See, one thing that people hate is being criticized or being validated. So, whenever you're writing your copy or emails, when you're talking about a burning problem and agitating that problem, make sure you're not coming out as a critical parent. Make sure you're not criticizing them. You have to write in a way that you appear as a friend, someone who understands them deeply. And just a minor change in the copy can make the whole difference in your approach, in your voice, and the way that people connect with you. Hi, my name is Gaurav Gatare, and I make my living helping coaches, consultants, and business owners turn their email list into a widely profitable asset. In this breakdown, I'm going to show you how I'm talking about the root cause of a very sensitive topic without pinpointing at them, without criticizing them or demeaning them, while showing them that I understand them deeply, and that makes all the difference in the way people connect with you. So let me take you inside the screen and show you.
So the niche is alcohol addiction and the subject line is urges and cravings. So I want to specifically call out the pain that my client's audience is feeling right now. And this question mark implies that I'm about to share something that may help them. Plus, I have added a pretext that shows this is how you break free from them. So it is more benefit driven. Plus, the word this is creating curiosity. So if you read both together, urges and cravings, this is how break free from them. So then it's building curiosity plus it's benefit driven. Usually, if you don't have good ideas on what to write on subject lines, then you may stick to benefit plus curiosity because that almost always works. Also, the one thing you will notice that it doesn't sound very promotional and corporate, and which works because we don't want to sound like a marketer and copywriter. We want to sound like a friend. Hey, first name. A bit of harsh question for you. Are you relying on sheer willpower to moderate drinking? Now, this first line is so important because I just don't want to be on the face and ask this question and sound too salesy. So if you just add one or two lines to make it more conversational, your emails doesn't sound very promotional. And then I'm going into the core issue. Are you relying on sheer willpower to moderate drinking? Now this instantly gets their attention and make them think, yeah, that's me. And this is what will make them read further. I'm sure you have given the old cold turkey approach a shot before. But let's be real. Most times we are back on the bottle before the end of the beat. Or at least I know that's how it was for me. Now, what I'm doing here in this entire, I'm expanding first on the lead. I'm doing the build up. So, the lead is actually the pain, the burning pain right now. And there are 12 to 13 different kinds of leads that I rely on when I'm writing for my own clients or for my own list. And if you want to know about those leads, you can watch one of my video where it's a full training. It's more than 2 hours where I share different kinds of leads and subject lines and everything. So it's a full course for a beginner copywriter. Even if you are not a beginner and intermediate or even advanced, there are new things that you can learn in terms of how you can bring a lot of variety into your emails with different leads. Now coming back to the email, so what I'm doing is I'm actually trying to make this entire thing more relatable. So it's kind of I'm making it more vivid, more sensory, so they can actually understand that I understand them, I understand their situation. As I'll read this, you will see I have added concrete specific details which makes the story more real and not just some abstract idea, and it's built a lot of curiosity and tension. And one of the reason to build on this is to connect with the audience at a deeper level so they can see that I understand their pains and problems. Plus, when I wrote this line, or at least I know that's how it was for me. I'm coming from a space that I have been where you are. So when I'm talking about these problems, I'm not judging them or validating them or criticizing them. I'm writing as a friend who has been in a similar situation before. This adds empathy. It makes my client more relatable to the audience. I mean, think about it. How many times have you woken up with a pounding head, dry mouth, and a pit of regret sitting heavy in your stomach from last night's bash? So this is, since I am adding these specific details. One is they can see it. There are more action verbs: dry mouth, pounding head, a bit of a regret, and it's more relatable. Last night's bash. You stumble into the bathroom, look at yourself in the mirror, and mutter, "No more drinking today." But by evening, the thought of cracking open a cold beer or pouring a glass of whiskey keeps circling in your head like an itch you can't scratch. So you go home, twist open the cap, pour yourself a drink, and before you realize it, you refill the glass and then again until the bottle stands there empty on the table, staring back at you. This cycle doesn't just last a week, it stretches on for months, years, sometimes a whole decade. So now, when I'm describing these details, the reader can first see see themselves in it. It's like a movie that is running. They can clearly see what's happening in their life and they can relate to it. So when I wrote, or at least I know that's how it was for me, I just don't want to tell them. I want to show them that I understand how they are living their life right now. If this feels comfortably familiar, hear me out. It's not your fault. Now, this is so important because there are two things that I have done here. One is I told them that I have been through the similar situation in the past, and now I'm telling them this is not your fault because I don't want to criticize them or judge them. I want to ensure that there's something which is working against them because of which they have been addicted. Because if I put the blame on the reader, then it's difficult for them to look for a solution. So, by adding this line, instead of making him feel guilty, I'm actually making them feel understood. Now, I'm going to the root cause of the problem. Alcohol addiction literally messes with your brain chemistry. It hijacks your reward system, rewiring your brain so the craving feels automatic, like your body is pulling you toward the bottle even when your mind says no. That's why simple positive thinking and surface level strategies just don't do the trick. So this is one of the most important part of the email because this is where I'm delivering the value. This is what also this is one of the reasons they will also look forward to my emails because they get a lot of learning from my emails without me giving away a lot of free stuff. Now, instead of blaming them, I'm giving them relief. I'm explaining them why behind the problem. And the terms like brain chemistry, rewarding system, you know, it makes that there is some science to it. And this position my client as an authority who's coming up with some deeper insights. But don't worry, no matter how long you have been hooked. So I just don't want to leave it hanging there and come straight to the solution. I want to build that connection and come out as a friend, but don't worry and give them some hope. But don't worry, no matter how long you have been hooked or on alcohol, you can revive your brain chemistry and finally break free from those triggers, urges, and cravings. Now, after going deep into the problem, dimensionalizing the problem and showing them what is happening in their life and telling them what is the root problem, I just don't want to make them feel, sad or despair. I want to bring hope because once they see that they can change their life, they can fix that problem, and that is how they will look at your solution positively. And this will also naturally allow me to pitch my solution. But don't worry, no matter how long you have been hooked on alcohol, you can revive your brain chemistry and finally break free from those triggers and craving. So this is actually a turning point and it will allow me to frame the solution. This is precisely what my free from drinking course helps you. So did you see this is a natural segue from the lead and the build up and then the root cause of the problem and then to why I'm doing this program. It reshapes your brain's psychology and behavioral patterns step by step. Now, this is giving some hint of how the mechanism works. So, adding your mechanism is a great way to prove. So it reshapes your brain psychology and behavioral patterns step by step. So instead of waking up groggy with regret, you start waking up clear headed, proud, and in control. You reclaim your relationship with yourself and live a life free from alcohol scripts. There are a couple of things that I'm trying to do here. One is creating that contrast, and it's a vivid, clear. They can see, groggy with regret, start waking up clear-headed. So these words creates a lot of imagery. I'm moving them from regret to pride, before, after. So there is emotional before, after, and which makes the entire benefit more tangible. And it's not just about getting over that addiction, it's about changing their life. So they are moving from, all those pains, all those struggle in their life because of that addiction, to being clear headed, proud, and in control, and a life, and live a life free from the alcohol script. Want to hear some amazing success stories? Click here to find out how thousands of my clients have become alcohol free and are living happier, healthier lives. Now, I've given some variety instead of directly pitching my program and asking them to, if you want to fix this problem, go and find out more or discover more, go on this page. I've given them one more reason to go on that sales page, because I know once they land there, they're going to see a lot of proof, a lot of good case studies, a lot of success examples, and which will help us in getting better conversion. Now I've added a testimonial in the PS. In the PS, you have one more opportunity to make them click the link and pre-sell. So this won't just help you become alcohol free; it will change every aspect of your life. Great course changes the way you think about drinking, gives you the power to stop and stay stop. I was spending £30 a day on the booze, so it has paid for itself money wise. Health wise, it is priceless. I feel and look 10 years younger. The excess weight is dropping off. My diet is just better, and I'm doing, and I want to do more exercise, which is part of it though. Aches and pains gone. Getting more done in a day that I used to get done in a week. Well worth that money, James. This is precisely what my free from drinking course helps you with. Click here to find out more. So if you look at this testimonial, it's one of the great way to show that how your product or offer affects positively affects so many different areas of life. So whenever you're writing any email or any promotion, look at how many different areas your product can help with, because that will give them more reasons to invest. Second, it increases the value of your product or offer. So in this case, it's not just that he's stopped drinking, he's saving money, he's looking younger, he's going to the gym, the pains in the body is gone. So this is why the entire program is well worth, because it is giving them so many times return on what he's investing on that specific program. And this is why it is so important. Whenever you're getting testimonials, try to get testimonials that shows how the product is not helping them fix that one area of your life, but so many different areas of your life. And try to get those specific details, because specificity is equal to believability. So that is what I have for you in this breakdown. Thank you.
If you like this breakdown and would love to have more insights on copywriting, email marketing, and consumer psychology, then you should subscribe to my newsletter. You can find the link somewhere below. I send this newsletter almost daily, where I share a lot of things which are working for me, for my clients, and things and new things that I've been learning right now.